Right guys, Meta ads versus Google ads. Which one is right for acquiring new customers for your service-based business? This is probably the most common question we get. Service-based business owners are often confused whether Meta is best for their business or Google is best for their business. In this quick video, I'm going to run through a quick decision-making framework so you can understand which is best for your business. When it comes to acquiring new customers for your service-based business, there's probably two platforms you're looking at. It's either Facebook or it's Google. And in this video, I'm going to showcase which is the best option. The overall answer is it depends. Some businesses are better suited towards Meta. Some businesses are better suited towards Google and search. But there's only two things we need to think about when making our decision. The first thing we need to think about is the customer consideration cycle. And the second thing we need to think about is, are they in immediate pain or can they wait before making a decision? Understanding the consideration cycle of your customer is key. Different services have different customer journeys, and understanding this customer journey is key to whether you think your customer is going to go to Google and search for your service, or they're going to stumble across an ad and get inspiration to become a lead. I'm going to showcase two services here to get the point across. Number one is going to be emergency plumbing, and number two is going to be bathroom renovation / remodeling. In this first example, I'm going to run through the customer journey of someone looking for an emergency plumber. Like all customer journeys, the first step is always they encounter a problem. And in this situation, it's either going to be a burst pipe, a leaking tap, or some other emergency plumbing situation. Once they've encountered the problem, there's probably one or two things they'll do. They'll either ring a friend or a family member and ask for a referral, or they'll search for emergency plumber on Google. The chances of them having a leaking tap and then going to Facebook and scrolling and our ad popping up at the exact right time is low. This is why Google is the best option for this situation. The consideration cycle is just a few minutes. They have an emergency and they need someone urgently. So the best option is Google. And there's only three things we need to do to make sure we get this customer into the company. Number one is we need to have the right headlines to get the user to click the ad on Google. We have to have the right landing page to convert the user into a lead. And the third thing we need to do, which is often overlooked, is we need to make sure we get in touch right away. Shorter than a minute if possible. Because this is such an urgent issue, an urgent problem they need someone right away. And if you can get in touch with the lead within less than 1 minute, you have more than likely successfully converted this lead into a customer. Again, the main thing we need to think about is the consideration cycle. Nobody has time to wait around for multiple referrals or scroll through Facebook for the evening or think about the situation. They need someone right now, so they'll go to Google and they'll search for what they need. And the first person to pop up and the quickest person to get in touch is more than likely going to be the person to convert this lead into a customer. In this next example, I'm going to run through the consideration cycle / customer journey of someone looking for a bathroom renovation company. Again, the first step in any customer journey is either a problem, a need, or a want. In this situation, the problem is they want a new bathroom. Very simple. The timeline for them to make a hiring decision is typically 6 to 12 months, if not even more. So this gives them plenty of time to ask friends and family for lots of referrals and gives them lots of time to be actively on the lookout for reputable companies that offer the service they're looking for. In this situation, Meta ads is the best choice because the consideration cycle is much longer and it's not an urgent need. More than likely their bathroom is working fine, but they just want a new bathroom. And in the back of their mind, they need to be nurtured over time and they're not going to be making a decision immediately. Because they're actively on the look for a bathroom remodeling company and they usually won't act on pain right away, we have so much more opportunities to get in front of them and nurture them with our offer. Again, consideration cycle is key. Because it's not like our previous example where they have something urgent and it's an emergency. They have lots of time to sit on the idea. This gives us multiple opportunities to get our offer in front of them. And all we have to do is create an aesthetic ad to capture their attention. We need to make a good offer to compel them to become a lead, and have a follow-up system to nurture them into picking your company versus a referral or versus a friend that they know that does bathrooms or a competitor. Again, the key question you need to ask yourself to make this all very simple is the customer in immediate pain, and do they have a problem to be solved right now, or will they take time before making a decision? If they're in immediate pain, Google's the best option. If they can take a few months to make a decision, Facebook is typically the best option. If you're still unsure whether you should use Google or Facebook, here's the last example I'll give you to make it as clear as possible. Google Ads is best for services that need an immediate solution. An example of this is emergency plumbing, as shown previously, locksmiths, or towing services. All these services need an immediate solution and is urgent. Customers that need any of these examples above or need an immediate solution typically are going to search there and then on Google. And if you can pop up number one using a Google ad, you'll more than likely convert that lead into a customer. The opposite of that is Facebook. Facebook is best for services where the customer can take time to decide. Examples of this is bathroom remodeling, landscaping, or any cosmetic procedures. Typically, the customer isn't in immediate pain, and they can take time to decide which company to go with. This gives you more time to nurture the lead and build trust. So in this situation, when the consideration cycle is longer, Facebook is the best option. In some rare circumstances, the consideration cycle can be immediate and long-term for different prospects. For example, chiropractors. Some people want immediate relief, while others will wait. So some people will feel a pain in their back, go directly to Google, search up chiropractor, become a lead and become a customer and be in the clinic the next day. Whereas some customers might get a bit of a pain in their back, it's not so bad, they continue with the day, and then later on that evening they might get an ad for a chiropractor, might not act on it, and over time you can nurture them into getting that pain resolved through your services. So for a situation like this, it's best to test both platforms, or ideally just do both if you have enough budget. Again, the ideal scenario, wrapping this all up, is run both. No matter what the consideration cycle is, both can work for your service. Google and Facebook are both advertising platforms, and prospects will typically use different channels when looking for a service. Some people won't have Facebook and will just go to Google. Some people don't like Google and will just look for solutions on Facebook. So I always recommend, if you've over €2,500 a month in advertising budget, just run both. Test it, test the waters, see which works better. Both of them are likely to work as well as each other, and just keep on running both. If you've under €2,500 a month in advertising budget, it's best to pick one based on what I've said above. But again, running both is a win-win strategy for maximizing leads and customers. Wrapping this all up into a 30-second conclusion, all you need to know is if your service solves an immediate need and an immediate pain point, choose Google. If your service is more of a higher ticket, longer consideration cycle, choose Facebook. But if possible and your budget is above €2,500 a month, run both. Test it, see how it goes, and then lock in on one, or just continue to run both forever. If you want our help with any of this, if you're struggling to get consistent, high-quality customers for your most profitable services, if you're tired of working non-stop without seeing steady growth with profitability, if you're ready to scale your business with predictable revenue, you can call me below and we can chat through what we offer and how we help service-based business owners acquire efficient revenue and lifetime value customers.